So, just a quick message about symbolism or spirituality and consciousness and the things that are going around currently. And most people have to be aware of that, because if you dive too deep in those things, the actual point will be missed, because you are still inflating your ego with thinking that you are knowing the secrets of yourself and the universe. But that path actually is much more internal, or mostly internal, and it's mostly about facing the things which you have been running from most of your life. So it is not really easy to do or not to do in that sense, and just observe what comes up within you, then not act upon it until a new realization happens internally. And the cycle just continues on and on and on and on. And on that path, you realize what has been making you unhappy, were your thoughts and emotions that you identified with. And they are not gonna dissolve, or you will not end your suffering by gaining more information. Although I find in the beginning it is very much necessary, because the mind is, you need a container for the mind, so you engage in those things until you realize, okay, all that information about consciousness and beingness and spirituality and all the deep symbols and alchemism and all the things that are going around that people are interested currently, that they are still not that they still have nothing to do with the actual path. The actual path is mostly daily and small and subtle things, how you are reacting to life externally and how you are reacting to life internally, and practicing day by day and observing that day by day, and seeing where you are still biased, or where your emotions and thoughts still keep you in suffering. And your mind just creates those things over and over and over. And the deeper you go, the simpler you have to be. Because the deeper you go, the harder it actually gets. So, I mean, harder in that sense that you have no leeway to go against what you feel internally as truth. So you won't, like, you can't go back to what was false. So, because you will feel like you are drifting, and that drift is not acceptable anymore. So you have little leeway, like you are kind of forced to face the things you have to face. And if you run away from them, somehow life will force you back. The more you resist it, like the more you resist what you have to face internally, the more it pushes back on you. So to push you back, like, come back, realize whether the emotion or the thoughts, they are not you, so they are not controlling you. And then you realize, okay, I have been suffering, sometimes I have been suffering for nothing. But you have to see it first until you make the realization clear within you. And just like deep symbolism, it can be very, very dangerous, because if you don't have like true anchors in your life that ground you, and just isolate yourself and go into deep symbolism, it can be very dangerous, because people can lose their minds from that. Like, you can lose your mind from that and won't be able to come back out of that. So remember that, and just try to live your life. As always, just try to come back to your breath. Whenever you feel yourself, you are just amped up and crazy, and trying to do things and trying to get towards things, just come back to your breath. Always just come back. Just come back into your lower belly, and exhale longer than you inhale. If you find yourself like you can't get and rest on your mind, just come back to your breath. Inhale through your nose, exhale through your nose. Just exhale longer than you inhale. Maybe like the 4-8 rule is really good, I found, to stick to. Like 4 seconds in, 8 seconds out. Don't count me on that one. I'm just saying, if you're amped up, return to breath. So before I just keep on rambling, hope that helps, and see you in the next one. All right, wish you a good day.